Hey, Esther.
Caroline, I bought a laptop.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah, I bought a
what?
laptop this week. Yeah,
Oh
I have been waiting
my
all
God.
week. It's been so hard to talk to you all week and not tell you. I bought myself
Oh
a
my God.
laptop.
I want to start saying like the wind beneath my wings right now. I feel like you've grown up. You're my little girl.
I have to say that Zoom on an iPad is absolute garbage hell, and I cannot believe what I was doing.
I had always wondered how you were doing that. I,
Thank you.
I, tell me
I'm so
everything. How does it
strong.
feel to type on an actual keyboard?
Well, first of all, let's welcome our guest today, celebrity hairstylist, low-key my best friend and creative director of my Instagram, films and edits all my videos, takes all my pictures, takes all my phone calls.
Yes.
Some
Give it up
call
for
him
Clayton.
gay Igor. Some call him like a genuinely huge celebrity hairstylist.
But for Esther, I'm basically Flossom and Jetsam from The Little Mermaid in one person. And she's my Ursula. But I'm just like, yes, whatever you want.
Last night,
Oh my
Clay was on
God.
he was on his spin bike telling me stories from his childhood while I watched and ate an ice cream bar. And then I showed him my ice cream bars, and he was like, "You're always on the cutting edge of the new ice cream."
Esther stays on the cutting edge of ice cream products, beverage. I mean, you already know this
Yeah.
if you're listening, but like that sort of, you can always count on Esther to tell you what new sparkling soda that's not going to last long is about to pop off.
No, she's moving fast. I mean, you'd think this woman works in like emerging food trends or something like that.
I'm going to.
You really
That's my goal.
should. You really should,
I'm-
Esther.
Well,
Esther, have you ever
speaking-
been? One of my goals is to go with you to the Sweets and Snacks Expo. I think it's in Chicago.
I'm going
How-
to.
How have we?
We're
not gone
going.
to
When are we
this?
going? What do we do?
me-
How do we go?
Okay.
How
first
do we
need to
get a
back
booth?
up.
No, I want a booth.
Yes, I want a booth.
We need a booth. We need to get a product just to go. Esther, are you paying attention?
I'm writing it down.
Okay. I do make Esther.
Esther got a laptop. She's writing it down.
How's the laptop? Yeah, your relationship with iPads was a very strange toddler-like one. It was
It was because it was such a crutch for me in my sad month of January
Wait.
last year. What?
Sorry. One thing. The Sweets and Snacks
Go.
Expo is June 23rd to 25th.
perfect.
Is it happening?
It's in Indiana. It's in Indiana.
Oh my god, I have a place to stay. We'll stay at Christina's house.
No, we are going.
We're going 100%. And my friend went once, and she came back with, when I say duffel bags full of free snack products, she's like, I had to leave some in the hotel. Like, I couldn't even fit it all in my suitcase.
Everyone's faces hurt right now from the expressions we're making.
It's like
Wow.
it's like going to the Hajj, like when Muslim people go to Mecca.
Yeah,
It's gonna be us.
this is our Mecca.
This is gonna be big. I'm sorry. Back to the laptop and Esther's unhealthy relationship with her iPad.
No. Wait, before we do that, me, Clay, Caroline, my childhood best friend Christina, I have something to live for.
Christina's
Okay,
gonna be
good.
shipping me back snacks via FedEx. We need
And,
her there.
and also, according to Esther's Instagram today, that they're doing big things with bagels in Skokie, where she's from.
I
She
know.
said, can you care to explain that? What are they doing with bagels there?
Clayton, if you ever read yourself an article on the NPR website, you'd know that Skokie is known for some of the best bagels in the country. This is not news. This is old.
Which article?
Caroline.
Is it an article about Skokie bagels, or is it just any article that he has?
Is this like a Russian bot? For sure, this is like not real. This is the one time I will say fake news.
Esther? I mean, it's hard to tell like what you were seeing on that iPad. You know, those articles might not be coming through in full.
Me and Esther did have a concept that we would do a video where she finds out that her agent this whole time has been a Russian bot and that none of it's been real and she's had to give her information. So it kind of sounds like that.
We have a lot of
so funny.
concepts.
Yeah.
I love Esther with her iPad. Esther, when you're with your iPad, you remind me of like a angry, moody toddler in an Applebee's.
But she has the keyboard with it, which at that point it's like, just get a little small laptop, baby.
She did
The
it. She
keyboard
finally
was
did
what-
it.
Yeah, I feel I just got like the lowest model of MacBook Air. It's beautiful.
Smart.
It's luxurious. I watch Paramount Plus on it. By the way, my special streaming on Paramount Plus. I'm very excited. But I am now addicted to Paramount Plus because it has I Love Lucy, Twilight Zone, Rugrats, Caroline, Clay. I think you both need it.
I can't
I
believe
Love
you're
Lucy's
addicted
on
to
Hulu.
Paramount Plus.
Bitch, did you hear
She
it?
works for Paramount Plus, so we can't.
I
That is your
don't.
boss. That's your overlord now.
I don't. But Caroline, I
Esther's
can't
like,
believe
it has
you're
Star
not.
Trek: The Next Generation.
It has Star Trek: The Past Generation.
No. You both are playing right now because there are shows on there that you both would be so obsessed. Like Real World. You guys,
Esther,
hello?
you know I'm gonna buy it. You know that I buy every streaming service.
You can't buy a streaming service.
Oh yeah,
Watch
I
it.
own
Just watch
it.
Just
First
watch
of all, you know that I have every streaming service, including Peacock, and I pay for full blown cable.
No, you don't.
Oh yes, I
That's
do.
$1,500 per month.
I'm spending
All things
$1,000.
considered.
Spending $1,000 on TV, and if you asked me tomorrow, I would say it's still not enough. Like I will pay whatever it takes to watch TV.
It's not enough TV for you. And the thing that's tripping me up is you work more than any human I know, pretty much. Where are you finding the time to watch all this TV?
I'm not.
Can I tell you?
Don't tell her
Can I
where I
tell?
watch. Don't tell her where I watch
On
TV.
the toilet.
No.
No. Well, he does watch it in the car.
Tell me.
What?
I heard you mention this once. Oh my god, it's so funny.
He does watch in the car, but I was going to say every night from like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. he's away from his phone and he's watching TV. Like it's very strict for him.
TV time.
Well, it's me and my boyfriend Renee's time is like phone away. We eat dinner in front of the TV like a classic American family. A beautiful, very large dinner, usually at 9, between 9 and 9:30. A full big Boston Market plate style of dinner in front of the TV at 9 o'clock. And that's
so
just
good
what
for your body, for your mind.
And that's what and then am I up at 5 a.m. for work with just still a full belly? Of course, but that's what works for our family. You know what I mean?
Some days you're up at like 3:45, and my post-pandemic dream is to go to Clayton and his boyfriend's house, almost like I'm one of their nieces, and like just get to live, like have sleepover there, and like Renee makes me dinner, and Clayton puts on a show that I'm gonna like, and then I get to sleep in bed with one of them. Like that's my post-pandemic fantasy.
With one of us. So she's making one of us leave the bed? Or you think that we sleep in separate beds?
One of you has to sleep on the couch for the guest.
I do love sleeping on the couch.
That's also a fantasy of mine.
I mean, not like in the middle of the night, but I fall asleep after the giant meal. Then I get into my crawl space over here, and that's where I will fall asleep around 10:30.
It's so important to have routine. That's something we talk a lot about on Glowing Up. To stay consistent. And it sounds like you're just like living that glowing up lifestyle to a T.
Well, you also have to remember that my work life is the most inconsistent. I'm in a different place with different people and different energy every day with wild hours. So I do need my like routines.
Talk to me about, do you have any big plans for dinner tonight? I'm like so fascinated by your big Renaissance King like dinner.
It's 7 o'clock, so he'll probably start cooking in an hour and a half. Around 8:30, he'll get in the kitchen and start cooking. I think we'll probably have salmon tonight, maybe salmon, rice, and broccoli. But it sounds like, I'm telling you, it's Flintstones level portions. It's the Flintstones land at Universal Studios, like the giant leg of chicken. It's very that.
Oh my God.
And we don't really eat much during the day. So we don't eat during the day. And then it's everything you're not supposed to do for a healthy diet.
You're an iconoclast.
Do you guys have dessert?
Every night.
Oh, what do you have usually?
We will Postmate cookies from Mendocino Farms, which is a 2-minute walk. And we will Postmates cookies from there. And then I also buy a big chocolate bar of just like dark chocolate from Trader Joe's, and I will just have blocks of that with tea.
Wait,
I love you got this high-low thing happening. Like you eat,
we love that.
Eat dinner in front of the TV, which is like America in the 50s. Like, but you eat dinner at 9 p.m., which is very European.
Well, I did come here to talk exclusively. This is like you guys' is to talk about my dinner routine. And I just want to say that I'm so glad that I chose to do this.
Wait. We got to go back to something, and that something is cookies. Because, Clayton, you famously this holiday season were they're the only person I know who ordered the Mariah Carey cookies.
And I off of Instagram, I ordered them. I clicked a link on her Instagram. Caroline, you're not ready for this.
What were they called again?
Just like Mariah's Christmas cookies.
They were like
Simple.
Mariah's cookies, yeah.
Yeah. So I clicked the link on her Instagram. I think, haha, this is funny. Let me do it. Oh, I'll buy the 2 variety pack. I'm like, oh, this is kind of expensive. It's like, what, $45? But it seems right. I click buy. My credit card's already in Instagram. Within 20 minutes, there's a knock at my door, and the cookies are being within the hour, they arrived from Instagram.
That's not how online business works, usually.
Can I tell
really
you?
Scared.
It's the beginning of a new trend in like food business, which is, and I
Save
feel
it for
like
the expo.
No, it is. It's like where they
Her seminar.
It's a company that like
She's gonna have.
I'm gonna have this microphone.
Esther's gonna have a booth and a giant handwritten sign on the booth that just says like Esther's food tips or like.
She's a
Esther's
food
Esther's
trender.
food
Okay, go on, Esther. Tell us.
Okay, I'm looking it up. First of all, it's MariahCareyCookies.com. They're called Mariah's Cookies. And it's actually, so it says restaurant owners, become a partner and start cooking for our brand. So it's like this new food business trend where people start these companies and then like they'll sell all the ingredients and the branding to local restaurants, and then the restaurants like cook them and deliver it. It's like those ghost kitchens on Postmates. You know what I'm talking about?
How they'll
like
have
Chuck E.
like
Cheese.
Yes. Do you
What's
know about
that?
that?
This is a whole thing where
It's a scam. Tell them.
You'll see like
Marcello's
Fazoli's
pizza,
or something, and it's like this this new pizza brand that you never heard of before, but it's just the Chuck E. Cheese kitchen, and you're just getting Chuck E. Cheese pizza. A couple other brands do it. Oh,
That
God.
sounds
No, like
pretty
Chili's,
good.
like Chili's and Outback Steakhouse do it, and they just call it like a they give
Right,
it
like
like a local
wings.
name.
Wings Wonders. Wait, okay, so I'm looking. Start selling Mariah Carey's cookies from your restaurant's existing kitchen. Legendary musical
Esther's-
icon Mariah
This
Carey
sounds
and virtual.
like a
Esther's gonna
Ponzi
start cooking in her kitchen for Mariah.
That's where this is going.
Be one of
And
Mariah's elves.
It's called Virtual Dining Concepts have partnered
Mariah
to create a
needs
line
me.
of cookies.
I'm really
Enlist now.
Mariah's Cookies is a delivery-only restaurant concept that can be easily added to existing restaurant kitchens. If you're interested in partnering with us, please fill out the form below and let's get cooking.
Oh, I haven't gotten vaccinated yet, but I am cooking cookies for Mariah. I have signed up on a more exclusive waiting list.
Anything where they just call it like this is a concept,
The
like
concept is
This is
stay
a
away from that.
scam
Yeah.
that is also a concept that
Wait.
will scam you.
quick question, guys. Is this still a makeup podcast?
It's
well, you are a
always been-
hairstylist.
Oh, that's right.
You tell us.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We cover anything under the sun. It's kind of more become a stream of
Food.
consciousness, rambling.
Yeah.
I love that. Good, as it should.
Yeah, but
As
it's
it
still the description still refers to it as a makeup podcast and beauty,
Beauty.
podcast.
But we do cover
hair.
beauty news.
Food counts.
Food is beauty.
Sure.
So I'm not totally ready to wrap up on Mariah's cookies. So they arrived cooked.
They were cooked. I didn't sign
warm?
up. They weren't warm. They were incredible. The flavors, there was like a lemon, rosemary.
Get out.
Like the flavor profiles were a shock, to be sure.
Shocked to be sure. I got the Dolly Parton cookie mix from Williams Sonoma for the holidays, and that was very
What?
labor.
But Williams Sonoma's been doing this whole like celebrity cookie tie-in thing for years.
They were very
But what
labor
flavor?
intensive. They were just sugar
What flavor?
cookies, and it didn't come with any decorating things, no frosting. So you just made it was just Dolly Parton branded sugar cookie dough, but nothing about it was specifically Dolly
Did it
Parton.
have a nice logo or picture?
Well,
of
Dolly
her?
was on the box.
Oh, that's all you. That's what you're
Okay.
buying for. That's what you're paying for. Like that's all me and
Yeah.
Esther care about.
This will also be covered in the seminar.
And
Is there a celebrity on the packaging?
Okay, but you guys also, I will say the packaging for Mariah's cookies was as if like you made it at a Staples. Like
It's
it wasn't her
bad.
logo of Mariah. It was just like Mariah's cookies,
hideous.
like in just like red cursive.
You had one
It's
job.
ugly.
All you had to do was put a picture of Mariah on the packaging.
The Christmas cartoon of her with the side bang and the little dog.
It's like we're brainstorming in 5 minutes. We already have
Yeah.
the package.
Caroline, we need a glowing up virtual dining concept in kitchens across America. Do you understand?
Esther, why just America? Stop limiting yourself. The world.
In Chuck E. Cheese in the global market. We're using Chuck E. Cheese
gosh.
kitchens to create a line of lipsticks and cheese fries.
I want you guys to have just a lipstick concept. That's just like
Oh no, it costs $20. There's no actual lipstick that you get. But
you
It's
make
an
it
NFT.
yourself.
It's like a what's it, non-fungible, like those little pictures of sports people that people are buying on the internet. No?
wow, now
What?
since you got a laptop, you've changed.
I don't live with a straight person.
I
I don't know
what
about
it
little
was.
cardboard sports people. But I don't like it.
Clay's melting because
No.
you said the word sports.
Yeah.
So am I. What the fuck? Speaking of what we're talking about,
I have to-
Chipotle makeup line. Can we discuss? How do we
Clay,
get
do
our
you-
hands on it?
Clay, do you
Clay,
know
did
about
you see this?
Chipotle has a makeup line.
Kind of.
Oh, well, it's technically a collaboration with Elf Cosmetics, which is one of the most affordable makeup lines on the market.
I know what Elf is. Come on.
He wasn't born
yeah.
yesterday.
Well, I don't know.
I'm in the beauty industry, Esther. You
I
do
know-
forget that I'm in the beauty industry, but I am.
I've never heard a makeup
I thought
brand
you were in the
come out of
cookie
your
concept.
mouth.
I thought you were in the cookie concept industry.
Stop limiting me. I can do it all.
Wait, but can we talk about this? So Chipotle teamed up with Elf to make a vegan and cruelty-free makeup collab. I don't know if it's a line or a collaboration, but for $16, you can get the 12-color eyeshadow palette inspired by rice, guacs, and salsa, and it comes with a coupon. Wait, I didn't know this. It comes with a coupon for free chips and salsa.
That's cool.
Caroline,
That's cool.
But why
The
would a
cheapest
place
menu item.
But why would a place that primarily sells animal products be like, we're coming up with a cruelty-free makeup line when they sell animal
All
meat?
makeup has to be
It's-
cruelty free,
yeah,
or you're
it's-
just like out of the game.
it's probably
Got it.
because Elf is mostly cruelty-free. And they have a lip gloss. I thought this was cool. The lip gloss is called Make It Hot. So it's like inspired by salsa, and it's supposed to plump your lips, which I think is kind of a cool idea. No?
I
saw
feel like...
this-
Go
Yeah.
on.
I think it was inspired by this viral tweet where a girl posted this like bird's eye view picture of like a burrito bowl, the salsas, like all the different menu items at Chipotle. And she was like, this is my dream palette. Because it was like a nice assortment of colors. And I think they recreated those colors in the eyeshadow palette. So like they do correspond to food items. I don't know. I think
I
Chipotle's
thought
like,
I
yeah.
thought Chipotle wasn't a gimmicky like Taco Bell kind of Burger King. I thought Chipotle was like, I thought we went there for clean. I mean, talk about mid-century
Yeah.
modern. I thought we were going there for like an experience. It was elevated. It was rustic.
Elegant.
And save this for the like KFC perfumes, the Wendy's mixtapes. Like, you know what I mean?
I think you're right. I feel like Chipotle made a big shift in their marketing strategy after the whole E. coli disaster a few years back. I was a victim and I did not get any. I wrote emails. They didn't offer me a need to pay my medical bills.
As someone who almost got E. coli from your establishment, I deserve a payout.
I kind of feel like I always get E. coli every time I eat there, but I'm fine with it.
But they've gotten kind of janky. Like they used to be super classy, but then now like they recently launched workout gear, which was hideous.
That was really bad.
Oh, you guys, I don't like the direction that Chipotle... Well, I think that the head of Taco Bell literally went to Chipotle. Because this is what my YouTube algorithm is all like, how is Wendy's doing during the fiscal year of 2020 quarter 4? Like that is my YouTube algorithm, is that and like Joan Rivers' talk show from the 80s. So I do know that I'm not going to say like, I know for a fact that the head of Taco Bell is now running Chipotle. I will put my life on it. So, and it shows.
Taco Bell is all about like the jokes, the gimmicks, the drops of product, like that's so them. But
I've never been to Taco Bell.
Chipotle's gimmick. What?
I've never been.
Okay. That makes me uncomfortable.
Indianapolis, June 23rd. Before we go to the Sweets and Snacks Expo, we are loading the fuck up on some Taco Bell.
It's been so long that at this point I just have to like keep going, I feel like.
No. It doesn't work that way.
You were raised in LA and you never went to Taco Bell?
I was an El Pollo Loco family.
I love El Pollo Loco.
That to me is
what was your El
VCR,
Pollo Loco location?
Oh, my location was the one on like
Riverside Fulton?
Yes, Riverside and Fulton. That was That's the one.
That was the one. For sure.
Also,
VCR.
Yes, thank you.
The beauty supply store.
Yeah, I still will go to that beauty supply store if I'm in a crunch.
I still will go to that El Pollo Loco.
Yeah.
Clay, I feel like you also are really into Jack in the Box because you seem starstruck by them.
I love Jack in the Box. But that was my, like, when you're blackout drunk food in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
The sampler trio. Jack in the
Box is... so far from God's light. It's so unresembling of food. It's the fast food that least resembles food, if that makes sense.
Esther's gonna have to get off the screen.
Esther's running to Jack in the Box. Esther takes off in a full Usain Bolt sprint.
I really enjoy the variety of Jack. It's sort of the Epcot of fast food places. You can get egg rolls, you can get tacos, you can get mozzarella sticks.
It's chaotic.
Okay, that it is. It is. The menu you do need. It's a good thing you're like sitting in your car because you wouldn't be able to stand and see the menu. Yeah, it's a lot.
I have to say, the fast food chain that almost surpasses Jack in the Box in chaos is Del Taco, just because I find
Del Taco thinks they're American. Like Del Taco's like, yeah, get like a burger with your taco.
That's what kills me. That's what kills me. Why do they sell fries at a taco establishment? That rubs me
honestly,
away.
Del Taco is like self-loathing. Like Del Taco needs to like really like go back to its roots and like love itself again.
I know. Take a hard, long look at the mirror. Take a beat back.
And as someone who literally as a teenager, of course, was like, had internalized homophobia, I feel like that is what Del Taco is going through right now, is this like internalized, like sort of like anti-Mexican heritage-ness.
It's not working for me. Not in 2021.
Not in 2021 or 2022 or any year going forward.
The best/worst part of the Chipotle makeup collaboration is they have this makeup sponge, and it's in the package. It's a green makeup sponge with a little brown one in front, so it looks like an avocado. It's really cute. But upon further digging, they're just two separate pieces. So when you open the package and you just have a green makeup sponge and a little brown makeup sponge, and they don't like stick together, the whole illusion of the avocado is broken immediately. And
it really bums me out.
Innovate harder.
Yeah.
It bums me out when companies really rely on the packaging, which the packaging is important, but like I need the insides to also make me feel like I'm looking at an avocado.
But that only applies to makeup. When it comes to celebrities endorsing food, it's only about the outside.
I just remembered
that's true.
Chipotle's last big moment was a celebrity endorsed bowl. Do you guys remember am I crazy? The Shawn Mendes burrito bowl. Do you guys remember this? It was like 2 months ago.
No.
I swear on my life.
They're getting
there was
too
a Shawn
stunty.
Mendes
But Shawn Mendes... Wait, what?
I just called Chipotle a stunt queen.
Oh, stunt queen. Of course, why would I think there would be a producer calling in?
This was in February. This was less than 2 weeks ago. It was a Shawn Mendes burrito bowl. And it had some kind of charity aspect. But it was like a way to promote this cilantro lime cauliflower rice, which I haven't had yet.
I hate it. It's not good. It's watery and it costs too much. It's like $3 extra to your bowl. Dude, it's not good. It doesn't taste like the original rice at all. It's watery. It's not good.
The Shawn Mendes bowl
Sorry.
includes the chain's new cilantro lime cauliflower rice, black beans, chicken, roasted chili corn salsa, romaine and guac.
I'm hungry.
And I know, and we have to wrap up the podcast now. But
I
it's
don't know.
so weird.
I'm more of the Charlie Puth Subway collaboration. That's what I liked.
Is that
What
a real
was that?
You guys, he did a whole year-long campaign where he sang $5 footlong.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I love Charlie Puth. He's Jewish.
Who is he?
Unapologetically
Who is he?
love him. Esther,
No,
he's...
no, 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 no. You're not coming home tonight.
His
I'm
TikTok...
very
Esther,
I'm
his
very
TikTok is
sexist.
so good.
He's hot.
Really, I feel like I'm sexist against male singers, which Clayton is probably why I don't like when you bring up your singing past.
We don't talk about that. But I used to be very sexist against male singers, and I would say that, like, 99% of, like, my Spotify is obviously women, but Charlie Puth, with the most disgusting last name I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, I can't think of... Like, if his name was, like, Poop, it wouldn't be as gross as Puth. Puth is more offensive. But with that disgusting last name, he still ekes in my little playlist.
He's got perfect
Wow.
pitch, I believe.
He's
like a musical genius.
Then his TikTok is, like, all about him producing. He also gay baits in a way that I love. Like the
What
old
does
Nick
that
Jonas.
mean?
It's like the Nick Jonas really brought it to the forefront, where it's like, okay, I'm a male pop star. Who's gonna be my fans? Gay guys. So let me just, like, show my armpit in every picture, show my butt crack. Remember when Nick Jonas went solo
He did
like
gay scenes on like the TV show he was on.
And by the way, like, he did that, and I was like, great, you know what? I'm gonna support you now. Like, I'm gonna be loyal to you. Like, I'm shallow. It worked. Gay bait
It's a
away.
very calculated embrace of his gay fans, and he'll like do interviews where he'll be like, I'm not gay, but like I'm not totally opposed to the thought of like making out with a guy.
He'll be like,
he'll,
I'm
like, throw these
100.
little
He's like,
bird
I'm
seeds.
100% straight, but, you know, am I gay? Like, sure, but I do like exclusively women. You're like, and we're like, yes. And he plays at, like, gay bars. Like, he literally did a whole gay bar tour. Like, this is a thing they do with male pop stars. Yeah.
And it's working.
It does work, yeah.
Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited about one of our sponsors today. It's a product I use literally every day. I'm not kidding. It's Four Sigmatic, and Four Sigmatic is a wellness company that is well known for its delicious mushroom coffee. So you're probably thinking, mushrooms? Are those shrooms? What is she talking about? No. Four Sigmatic uses really healthy adaptogenic mushrooms. Things like lion's mane mushroom for productivity and chaga mushroom for immune support. And they mix it with real, organic, fair trade, single origin Arabica coffee. So it's like all the things I love most in this world, delicious, healing mushrooms, plus amazing coffee all in one product. I've been starting my day with their ground mushroom coffee with lion's mane, and I love how it helps me focus so I can get shit done. It's amazing, and I feel an uptick in my productivity every time I drink it. I don't know, lion's mane just makes me crazy in a good way. It's easier on your gut. It doesn't leave you with an awful jittery feeling. All their products are organic, vegan, gluten-free. Now you're thinking, okay, does the coffee taste weird? Does it taste like mushrooms? I can promise you it tastes just like regular coffee. It brews really well, dark and nutty. It tastes incredible. I like to mix it with a little of my homemade oat milk, a little stevia. Ooh, I want some right now. Plus, they have 20,000 five-star reviews, and they have a 100% money-back guarantee, which you know we love here at Glowing Up. You love every sip, or you're going to get your money back. So we worked out an exclusive offer with Four Sigmatic on their best-selling mushroom coffee, but this is just for Glowing Up listeners, so come closer, listen very closely. Get up to 40% off plus free shipping on mushroom coffee bundles. To claim this deal, you must go to foursigmatic.com/glowingup. This offer is only for Glowing Up listeners, and it is not available on their regular website. You'll save up to 40% and get free shipping. So go right now to foursigmatic.com/glowingup and fuel your productivity and creativity with some delicious mushroom coffee. Let's be honest, as much as I love spending time in the kitchen, sometimes I don't have the time or energy or wherewithal to cook. I mean, you know me, I'm working a full-time job, running a freaking fish business. I'm slammed. And sometimes when I need to eat something healthy, reliable, and quick, I turn to one of our favorite sponsors, Daily Harvest. Daily Harvest delivers delicious food, all built on organic fruits and vegetables right to your door. It takes literally minutes to prepare, and I never have to think twice if the food I'm eating is good for me. We're talking smoothies with all the ingredients perfectly portioned out. All you have to do is pour some coconut water or almond milk in. You're good to go. We're talking flatbreads that you pop in the toaster oven. I'm talking stir fries. I'm talking all kinds of stuff, and each thing is more delicious than the last. I love Daily Harvest. Everything stays fresh in your freezer until you're ready to enjoy it, so you waste less food too. You don't have to overthink your meals. Maybe just grab a smoothie for breakfast, a flatbread for lunch. It's easy. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention their perfectly roasted harvest bowls and soups. Ooh, do not get me started. Daily Harvest never uses preservatives, added sugar, or artificial anything. Plus, they have a recently launched almond milk, which is made of only almonds and sea salt. That's it. And I love me some all-natural almond milk. Daily Harvest is also committed to minimizing their environmental impact. They're transitioning to 100% compostable, recyclable, plant-based, and renewable fiber packaging. It's delicious, guys. Get started today. Go to dailyharvest.com and enter promo code GLOWINGUP to get $25 off your first box. That's promo code GLOWINGUP for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com. And again, that's dailyharvest.com. Oh my God. Okay, I have a very specific question for Clay. I'm so happy he's here. So sometimes we talk about the Sephora VIB sale. I know like it's 2021. We're like not going outside. I don't need to buy a lot of makeup, but it's coming up and everything's 20% off. But
also, yes, we do need makeup because it's fun to play with. So I don't need to hear that down on yourself, Caroline. You need to be pretty at home too.
Point is that there's a new brand at Sephora. It just landed. It has never been at Sephora before. It's very exciting. Oribe.
Okay, great.
And I don't know. My Oribe game is weak. I've always been told Oribe is like the creme de la creme. I need my Oribe products. Clay, like, can you confirm, deny?
Yes. So Oribe is probably one of like 3 brands that I exclusively use in my kit.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, Oribe is sort of the creme de la creme. It has been. There are other companies that are for sure, like, catching up there. But Oribe's dry texture spray is probably the most used product in every hairstylist kit.
It does smell like lychee, and I do think that, and I appreciate that.
Wait, do you like that one, or do you like the Aranco Blue one? Esther doesn't let me use hair products on her.
How do you
I hate hairspray. He does it.
She makes me spray hairspray on my hands and then quickly go to her head.
He's lying. There's video proof of him recently spraying me and me saying, no. Okay, so I don't like hairspray. I don't like scented things. Everybody knows that. Everybody in the country knows that. But the Oribe dry texturizing spray, which is so weird to me because everyone uses it as dry shampoo, but it's not supposedly dry shampoo. But it does have a lychee scent that
it doesn't even say dry shampoo. Oribe has dry shampoo, but that's not what that is.
But don't you use it as dry shampoo or no?
I use it for texture with the hair. So it's basically making your hair gritty and like matte. So like, let's say you've like waved your hair and it just sort of, it feels staticky or it just doesn't look lived in. Basically, if you were to curl your hair and you're like, oh, I kind of look basic. This kind of looks like a 2010, like, the Hills kind of vibe. You spray that all in your hair. You mess it with your fingers. And it's going to give you that like gritty, lived in, like, oh, I'm just like a model who has cool textured hair. Oh, I'm Gigi Hadid. I did a show yesterday. And oh, my hair is like, still looks good from it. Like, that's the vibe.
Esther, I just got bagels and Skokie. Okay, so the dry texturizing spray, of course, that's like the most iconic product. I've totally heard of that. That is in my cart currently.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He got me a giant thing of Mentos gum, so I'm excited for that.
Oh my God.
I have a gum
problem.
man. It's really big.
That is so
So last me a couple days. Okay, so another Oribe product that's great is I love their spray wax.
Spray wax.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
So that basically gives your ends. So like that surfery, beachy hair that everyone loves, where it's sort of like the salty ends. Everything's very defined. Sort of, like little kids' hair, like little girls' hair. How the ends sort of get like piecey and like pretty.
Yes.
So people use like salt sprays and stuff like that for that. I don't like salt sprays. I feel like it dehydrates your hair too much and it just looks too rough. But a spray wax, you do that on the ends and you just rub your fingers through it, and that's going to give you those like surfery, like grungy, perfectly PC ends.
Whoa. What Oribe products would you recommend for someone like me?
Well, like your hair or you as a person? Because Esther is really, really blessed when it comes to her hair. And I will say more so than I'm not saying this to be nice to you. Esther's hair looks so much better when I don't do it. Like, I don't even like to wave her hair. Like, it doesn't look as good as it does as if we literally just like throw it in a bun and then let it out. That's when her hair looks
so thick.
It's so thick and it's so healthy that, like, when you actually style it too much, it looks like a sorority girl.
It looks bad.
So obviously we'll do crazy looks. Like if we're doing like a funny look or like it's like I call it like drag. Like if we're doing like a drag look on her, or like a guiche look on her, where it's like I'll do crazy butterflies in her hair or I'll throw wigs on her. Like, of course we'll style it for that. But if we're just trying to make her look like pretty and cool, like Esther, what do I do? Very minimal, right?
No, nothing. But that's what makes me curious. Like, because I do feel like it can look good, but also like right now it's just like bumming me out. Like, what would you say for me to do to make it like more presentable, just like easy right now?
I mean, your hair looks great right now, but literally just if you were to get like the dry texture spray, go outside, because I know you're sensitive about the smell. Go throw your head upside down and throw your product in that way. And just spray and just... Everyone always tries to get like brushes and combs and use all of these like tools on their hair. Nothing is better than your fingers. Like, I'm never going in with like a comb and teasing. I'm never going in with like a brush. Like, I'm going in with my fingers and just messing it up that way. Like, nothing is better than your fingers. So just throw the dry texture and just fuck it up with your fingers.
Sometimes
Dry
I say that
texture's where it's at.
to my boyfriend.
Ew. No, you don't.
Rub your penis
you never
through
have.
my hair.
Has he done that?
Rub your penis through everywhere, all over my hair. That's
But
what I tell my
another,
boyfriend.
but another line that's really good is R & Co. Blue. So you know R & Co?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They now have like a more expensive, more upscale line called R & Co. Blue.
Oh.
And honestly, I'm going to say this. They have sort of their version of the dry texture spray, which is called Lifestyler Volume and Texture Spray. And right now I'm liking it more. And I like the smell more. It's really, really good.
What makes R&Co Blue different from regular R&Co? Like, how is it even that different?
Well, everything's recyclable. Like, all the packaging you can recycle, and it's all made from, like, I think so it's, like, more sustainable and better from the environment. And I think that it just is, like, I don't know, better fragrances, higher quality.
And the packaging is so beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Yeah.
Wow. Not available at Sephora, so I won't be purchasing it.
Oh, I'm really sorry. But that's cool about Oribe being at Sephora.
It's huge. Very big news. Okay, well, that was really helpful, Clay. Thank you.
Was it? Or was it
Yeah.
wildly boring?
No,
it
I
was
mean, I'm
helpful.
Should we
Yeah.
talk about, like, Wendy's lip gloss or something? Like, what do you want to, like...
You're trying to get me going.
KFC has a line of hair serum that's just, like, disgusting grease.
Ooh, now you're talking. Ooh, what was the last fast food meal you guys had? Go. I actually
Mine
don't
might
know.
have been the Jack in the Box tiny tacos.
What?
But
I never even heard of those.
Oh my god, they're so insane. They're like, you open this little tub and there's like
No, it's like
30,
a Chinese food box.
Yeah, there's like 30 mini tacos in it. So
30?
you get to eat like it's like you get to
30
eat a
to
ton
100.
of
I'm not good at numbers, but
Yeah.
The only thing is that I did assume they were vegan and they are not, and
Wait,
so
they
I won't
aren't?
have. No, people have been hitting me up that they have meat in them.
oh, they have full on meat. It's not like
Yeah. It's
little
like the
bit of
first meat I've
honey
eaten in
or
like
something.
3.5 years. Yeah. It's,
You know that the second you ate it, so much color came to your face, and like you looked so much healthier. I'm gonna be honest.
I remember. Yeah, every time I've seen Esther after she like accidentally had meat, she's so full of life.
Like, her eyes all of a sudden turn, like, bright blue. Her hair looks like it has Oribe in it. It's just wild.
She anamorphs into, like, a cheetah.
Yeah. A cheetah to a dolphin, then back to Esther once it leaves her system.
My tiny tacos. Okay, that's a hot tip. Mine was Wendy's. I'm such a big Wendy's fan.
Okay, people sleep on Wendy's. I love Wendy's.
People really sleep on Wendy's. Not to sound, like, embarrassing, but the quality of there's like a noticeable difference in the quality or something.
Excuse me, I think their quality is better than In-N-Out.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
that's a big
In-N-Out. Talk about resting on their laurels.
They're lazy. Clay, have you ever read the article? I'm going to send you the most interesting article, Esther, you too, of the president, the CEO of In-N-Out. It's this really young woman, and she inherited it when she was in her 20s because her grandparents died, then like the next in line died in a mysterious plane crash, and then like the next in line died in like a drug overdose. Anyway.
And how was she doing with it all?
She was like an ex-drug addict. She like went to rehab. They didn't think she could do it, but it was such a family-owned business, like it had to stay in the family.
This is the biopic that you've been dreaming of. We've got to buy the rights.
I know.
The woman who was In-N-Out.
Oh my God. It's a huge triumph. It's a triumphant story. I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Wendy's was the last
tell me
meal.
what?
Oh.
Yeah, what are you getting at Wendy's?
Oh, spicy chicken nuggets all the way.
Yeah, those are really good.
So fucking good. And the fries at Wendy's, when they're fresh, the best fast food fries.
They have a different color than other fries. They're almost pale, but they're like a pale gold. Yeah, I love Wendy's. They're Frosties.
Frosty.
Vanilla.
Chocolate or vanilla?
I do. When I was going and when I wasn't dairy free, I would go and I would say 70% vanilla, 30% chocolate.
That's smart.
Yeah, I love that. I get chocolate, but it's not too chocolatey. That's what I like.
Like the chocolate too, and I'm not a big chocolate person usually.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried the vanilla?
I can't do that much vanilla. It's a little boring.
I feel like you're yelling at us, Esther. I feel like you're like yelling and judging and.
The vanilla is just. I have a strong love for the vanilla.
I believe that.
I'm not with that at all. I went recently and they had these birthday cake Frosties. They were gross.
But when did birthday cake become a flavor? Birthday cake is not a flavor. Birthday cake can be any cake.
Long,
I know.
Honestly, Cold Stone Creamery, I feel like really they were on the cutting edge. Birthday cake remix. That's my girl. That's why.
That's why we're friends. Very sad.
Speaking of fast food, my favorite genre of TikTok videos, I feel like you guys are already here with me, are employees, specifically of ice cream places like Dairy Queen and Cold Stone, that film themselves making...
The Dairy Queen guy is incredible. He takes, like, the way that I am about doing hair and the pride that I take in it is how this guy is making his fucking blizzards. And when he shakes it upside down and be like, yeah, it's not going to fall out, guys. Like, I feel that so hard.
I follow this girl from Dairy Queen, and she makes the cakes and the blizzards, and she just goes really slowly. It's like ASMR, and it's something with the lumps of like the soft serve being lumped into a cake. It's so...
I'm getting so hungry and horny. It's bad.
Smooth and
I love
lumpy.
Dairy Queen. Caroline, remember when you got a blizzard when we were in Montreal together? I'd never quite seen a fire in you as much as that night when you were so determined. You waited in like a 2-hour line to get your blizzard.
Why was there a line?
Well, okay.
In Montreal in the summer,
in Los Angeles. So every time I'm somewhere else and they have Dairy Queens, it is so exciting and exotic to me.
Of course. It's like a road trip thing.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. And that's like one of like 3 blizzards I've had in my life. And when I see one, I gotta have it. To borrow phraseology from Cole.
Have it.
Love it? No.
I made a mistake once where I did get Dairy Queen once when I was like a kid, and I got the Texas toast. And I ate the toast and I said, this tastes very strange. And I saw, and I kid you not, the woman in the back spraying Pam onto the bread. And that was like, the butter sauce was just Pam. And I tasted the Pam.
Yeah,
so that was hard.
not a flavor.
What is in Pam? That sounds so nasty.
It's just like canola oil
or something.
But she just was spraying. Yeah, it tasted very metallic.
Okay, I have to say, you didn't share what your last fast food meal was, and I'm kind of
I can't remember what it was. I think it was In-N-Out, but it's been like months.
Brag.
What do you get at In-N-Out?
I get 2 double doubles with just meat and cheese, and that's it. And then I get cheese fries.
Wait, so you don't get the condiments? What's up with that?
Well, I'm allergic to tomato, which is the very annoying allergy. So I can't have the spread sauce, and I can't have tomato on it.
I can't believe we've gone this far in the podcast without you mentioning this.
Well, that's something I didn't agree to in the pre-interview, and I do feel like right now I'm being railroaded a little. But yeah,
that's a sexual thing. I think you're using that term wrong.
Oh no, you can't see what's happening below the screen.
May I share my In-N-Out order? I'm very proud of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
I need to know.
It's almost like a spicy salad more than it is a burger. I do a double-double, but not a double-double, like 2 patties, no cheese, protein style.
Yeah.
Add chopped chilies, add extra pickles, regular onions, and grilled onions.
Oh, this sounds great. This sounds great. I would have that.
It's wet, it's spicy, it's not cheesy. I don't like the cheese.
I love their cheese.
Are the chilies spicy?
Yeah, but when they're chopped up and mixed in the burger, it's not too bad. So good.
Caroline, you're cool, man. You're cool.
I know that is such a, you know what that is? That's such a fresh order.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's
funky.
It's a pro. It's someone who's beating the system.
I know that Esther is going to tell us all about Johnny Rockets, but you know that I worked at the Counter Burger for many years.
People love the Counter.
Well, working there was an interesting experience. I did spill chili on a pregnant woman, very hot chili, and we both sobbed. We both just stared at each other and cried so hard. And I was accused of... I was just in my head not paying attention, but they would always be like, Clay's trying to sabotage me. There was lots of accusations of sabotage, thrown towards me. But I really wasn't. I didn't care about what anyone else was doing. I didn't care if people got chili on them.
I'm speechless. Did any celebrities come into the Counter Burger?
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, here's the best celebrity. Did you ever watch Intervention?
Of course.
Candy Finnegan, the old lady interventionist with the short hair? She was a regular and was very difficult. And Carrie Underwood and Tim Allen also were regulars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those were the days.
Candy Finnegan. Yes, I definitely recognize her.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Okay,
she was difficult?
Very difficult. And one time I remember I was moving chairs because it was very metallic, art space, downtown loft. Yeah, we have skateboards on the wall. What of it? Have a burger. That was the vibe. And I was moving these loud metal chairs, and it did, I'm going to be honest, it did screech. And she goes, oh, Jesus Christ. And it really hurt my feelings at the time. I wasn't as strong as I am now.
Oh my God.
You guys, I have a very important fast food question. So I grew up in the Midwest, famously, and I was obsessed with celebrities and TV. And so very iconic things for me were a certain chain's commercials. You know who I'm talking about.
Paris
Jr.
Hilton, yeah.
Paris Hilton. And I was always so motivated by these commercials to go to Carl's Jr., but we didn't have them in Illinois. So I was so jealous. I'm curious, as LA folk, did you guys go there? What's your relationship?
Yes.
I don't like it.
I went to Carl's Jr. a lot because they would send coupons in the Penny Saver or the Sunday coupon section. It was easy to get a coupon for Carl's Jr. And in my family, the motto was, we'll only go out to eat if there's a coupon. And yes, we brought coupons to fast food places.
I love that.
We'd always go to Carl's Jr.
We did that too.
At my local
we did
Carl's
that with Burger
Jr.
King.
At my local Carl's Jr., I believe at Burbank and Riverside or something.
I've certainly been there. Yeah.
There used to be a salad bar, and that still blows my mind. The days of salad bar and fast food restaurants; those are sadly long gone.
Well, Wendy was I mean, arguably the queen of the salad bar, the chili bar. Like, that was sort of
Can I
Wendy's
just say,
thing.
a fucking
the baked
salad
potato?
bar, a basic salad bar, like, more basic the better, like, crinkle cut beets, Thousand Island dressing. I love a salad bar. I will go nuts. Like, the Soup Plantation salad bar. Anyway, I'm distracted. Carl's Jr., they had chicken nuggets in the shape of stars.
Oh, yeah, those were good.
Those were so good. In 2021, it's finally okay to talk about our mental health and happiness. Humans aren't meant to keep everything inside. It makes us literally sick. And therapy helps. But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated and need some tools to help, or maybe you're feeling insecure in a relationship at work, or your relationship with your significant other, or you have a weird issue with your family. I mean, literally anything under the sun that's causing you stress or anxiety, therapy will help. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help. BetterHelp is a customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeing what therapy is really about. See if it's for you, because you are your greatest asset. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Glowing Up listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/glowingup. That's betterhelp.com/glowingup.
Glowmies, quality sleep is a hot commodity in this day and age, and also forever and ever. I know I have trouble falling asleep. I'm a person whose brain just doesn't stop. In fact, it quite frankly does the opposite. Once it's asked to stop is when it actually really starts. Some things that I've tried, all the normal stuff, but there's one thing that has actually worked, which is NuCalm. And NuCalm is an all-natural, reliable system that enhances your sleep by flipping the switch from tired to powerfully relaxed. NuCalm primes your body and mind so that you can receive the deep and restorative sleep that you need. NuCalm is the only system of its kind, and it's clinically proven in over 1 million sessions. What? To improve your sleep, reduce your stress, and boost your recovery without drugs and side effects. The NuCalm system uses cutting-edge neuroscience and consists of 3 non-invasive and non-pharmaceutical items, all of which are included in your monthly subscription that costs less than a daily cup of coffee. The whole process is easy to use, and it's easy to work into your daily routine to achieve better sleep, reduction in stress, and boost in recovery. So do what Caroline and I did, own the day with NuCalm, and make 2021 the year you improve your sleep. We have a special link set up specifically for our listeners. Go to glowingupnewcalm.com and get 50% off your 30-day subscription of NuCalm and a money-back guarantee. So it's kind of like, why wouldn't you try it? Because you can potentially do it for free if it doesn't work. That's glowingupnewcalm.com. glowingupnewcalm.com.
And
speaking of shapes of stars, did you guys ever have Jello Jigglers?
Esther,
It sounds like
that
literally
was like invasive. I don't know why.
Can you Jello Jiggler? Like, I don't like it. Don't like that, Esther.
Esther, please,
do you not know what I'm talking about?
It certainly sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen it on listicles about discontinued food.
I feel like this was something that Bill Cosby, when he was working for Jello, really pushed. Like, he was like, only if we can do the jigglers. Like, what is it, Esther?
No. Clayton, when Cream Savers,
molds.
45 episodes, it's these molds of so it looks like an ice cube tray, but it's like in shapes of dinosaurs and stars. And so you put the Jello in the molds, and then you eat these little jiggler pieces. And I used to beg my mom when we would make Jello. I was like, please, can we do Jello Jigglers this time, please?
Jigglers, bitch.
And she'd be like, no, it's not. That's too much cleanup. And we just had the big bowl, but I always wanted the jigglers.
Oh, God.
And, that was the motivation that brought you to LA.
Jesus.
Lit the fire under you.
Jiggled her all the
Every
way
open
here.
mic, every stand-up show. I'll get the jigglers one day.
Yeah, to show you, mother.
It is a lot of cleanup, though. I went into this phase. It's not quite jigglers, where I tried to get into making healthy gummy bears at home, and I got these molds for gummy bears and
That's
molds for gummy worms.
intense.
It's not that hard because it's just mixing gelatin with like juice. But I was like, I'm gonna make these
Okay.
healthy gummy bears. I'm gonna like eat
Right.
them all the time. But it's like the molds for gummy bear are so tiny. There's like 400 of them per sheet, and then you have to get the juice in a squeezy and then drop it in each gummy bear. It took me like 4 hours. It was so not worth it.
Well,
No,
can
no,
we
no,
just
again.
normalize just eating just that texture out of a bowl? Just literally just like grabbing handfuls of just like sticky, gooey. Like, let's just normalize
Yes.
that. Why does it have to be in the shape of a bug, an
Clay,
animal,
you're
a
so
star
right.
in the sky? Like, why can't we just let it be whatever it needs to be? We're not like that with
know-
other foods.
Pull up Paramount Plus, put on some I Love Lucy season 15 or whatever. Eat some
Get your Behave gummies. God, this felt like the time to mention my Behave gummies code, Esther, for free shipping. Eatbehave.com.
Yo,
No?
life finds
Caroline.
a way.
Did you try them this week?
I love Behave gummies. The sour
Clay-
ones are so sour. They're so good.
It's weird you've never
Clay?
given them to me in my gift bags.
Clayton,
You know,
they
Esther
were.
has a gifting suite for me when I go to her house. But after I do her about 500 favors, I go, it's time for you to pay the piper. And then she gets a shopping bag and she throws about 20 cans of mostly water and sometimes sodas into
Canned
cans.
water.
And she goes, will this be enough, sir? And then I leave and I do enjoy the waters in the car ride home. There's never been a Behave gummy bag though.
She's real stingy
these
with
were-
those.
When you stopped by my house for my birthday evening, you did not take a Behave pack, and that's kind of on you. You
No,
didn't even eat.
I ate cupcakes through the window, remember?
You just ate cupcakes
That's
outside.
gotta count for something. No, but also keep in mind, by the time I got home, it was 9:30, dinner time at my place. I was all set.
Oh, so you were just like sitting there watching me eat sushi, and you were just like, my turn will come later.
Oh my god, I forgot. Clay took home the extra sushi.
No, I didn't.
No, Carlos did.
Oh, Carlos did. Sorry, I was confused.
Esther,
you two.
would I ever take home the extra sushi?
Caroline,
Too much of a
if
power.
you even
That's
No,
why
no,
I
no.
didn't
No.
do it. Esther and Dave were trying to force like $40 worth of extra sugarfish onto me, and it was just I couldn't give them the satisfaction.
That is so
It's
manipulative.
literally
The
garbage.
the second that you take the extra sushi, Esther would have so much leverage, so much
Your
power
inbox
over
would-
me. I could never do that. I know. Now I'm glad I'm not getting the gummy bears too.
No, you'll have them. Oh, you'll have them.
I don't think
while
the
we're-
listeners can know about 47 laws of power. That's for a separate.
That's the wrong number,
Yeah.
but it is a different. Well, okay, because we're close to the end, there is something that I want to share and make sure that I share with everyone because this is important. So, I had ordered myself some of Caroline's new company's product, the Fishwife smoked tuna, wild caught smoked albacore tuna, and I have never tried tuna out of a can before, but I wanted it to be a supportive friend, so I ordered some. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like I felt like I had to be in the right mood to try it because I was very nervous because it just like there's something a little nerve-wracking about
People
it to
have
me. Like it
fears
just,
around fish. Like if you didn't grow up eating tuna, if you're not like a big fish, I totally get it.
It's weird to me
So-
when people are weird about fish, and that
I
does
agree,
feel
but I'm
it
trying not to
feels
be judgmental.
it feels homophobic and sexist.
So I decided I was making myself just like pasta with tomato sauce for dinner, and I was so hungry, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna crack open a Fishwife and I'm just gonna taste it. And like I didn't have anything to have it with, so I'm like, I'm just gonna taste it, and if I don't like it, I'll put it in the fridge. Dave, we have it, whatever. So I open it, I taste it. I'm like, and
Smoky.
within I was like, oh, literally just kept walking away, coming right back. Another bite, walking away, coming. I ate the whole can without even thinking, wanting anything. Like it was so. It overcame me. The taste, the flavor, and then the
Texture.
high. The texture, and the high that I
Quality.
felt after of like how it's such a
Protein.
high protein.
Oh, it's
like,
so good for your brain.
It's fucking hot girl
Brain.
food.
Now, Caroline,
Body.
this is 100% your company, right? Or you have a partner, or what?
I have a co-founder. Yeah, I have a
I mean,
co-founder.
the packaging, everything about it is so exquisite. For real, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Hearing you say the word exquisite made me a little wet. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a labor of love. It started out, I'm just a very entrepreneurial person. It like seemed like a fun idea, and then the next thing I know, we've raised like $500,000 and it's like a legitimate company, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is really happening.
I mean, that's what our booth is. Like, me and Esther will run your fucking
Oh my
booth
God,
at the
we could
expo.
totally do a Fishwife booth.
We will run. Esther's going to come up with some janky cracker that she's trying to sell, that she's having test kitchens across America make, and we'll do a pairing.
I just don't want, we don't need a booth. We need to be free to walk around the space, I'm telling you. We'll sign up as press.
Oh.
That's how we have to do it. But anyway, Esther, back to Esther's story. On my end of things, I looked at my phone and I got 45 all caps texts from Esther being like, holy shit, Fishwife is so good. I can't believe it. Like, I loved it. I ate it plain. And it's such a win for me, as I'm obsessed with tin fish evangelist. I'm totally aware that there are people out there that like aren't as crazy about it as me. And that's
I love tin fish too.
It's my mission in life to get people excited about and see the amazing, endless virtues of tin fish. I mean, affordability, healthy, shelf stable. Like, I could go on and on. I think it's a magic superfood.
Recyclable cans too, right? It's so much better for the environment.
We're working with really sustainable, amazing fisheries, small canneries. Like, we're really just working on building out sustainable supply chains. I just think it's the future of food. We could all be eating less meat. Anyway, to get a text from Esther, just like hearing her convert in real time to being obsessed with Fishwife, it made my whole day.
I even went straight to the grocery store to check out, like, okay, what other brands
competitors?
No, rude. Because I was like, this is so good.
She's not working the booth anymore.
No. Hear me out. I was like, this is so good because Caroline and Clay, you guys know me. When I like something, I go all in. I'm obsessed. I need to know every fucking thing. I need to know the competitors. So I go to the grocery store. I do not see on the shelves one other option for smoked albacore tuna.
Really rare.
And I was like, that's when I called you and I was like, bitch, how did you even know to do this thing that's not even on the fucking market, like, widely? Like, it's so special and good. I'm just really, honestly, it was that moment of like, wow, I got a cool friend.
Aw.
That's amazing.
It's really good. It's really rare. I want to make bigger cans because right now the cans are tiny. They're perfect for like one person.
I love the tiny. Please don't get rid of the tiny. Please don't get rid of the tiny.
We'll never get rid of it. But I just can't wait for you guys to try our next product. It's coming in April. It's tinned smoked rainbow trout. It's the first tinned rainbow trout that was raised at a farm in Idaho. It's the first domestic tinned product on the market. It is made at the most. This trout is so amazing. It is raised at this incredible legendary farm in Idaho. It's mild, but it's smoked so beautifully. There's so much meat in that little can.
My mouth is watering.
It's amazing. It's so good. I can't wait for everyone to try it. Coming in early April. It's going to be here really soon.
Congratulations.
Well, I feel like this is congratulations mostly to me for having a new food in my life. Yeah. I feel like this is a perfect time to wrap it up. Clayton, you guys, everyone listening, sound off in the comments if you want Clayton back on the show. I have a feeling you do, but I want to hear it from you guys to boost the algorithm.
Only sound off if you do want me back. If I don't need to, nobody needs to hear if you don't want me back. Like,
yeah.
That's, like, honestly, like, maybe share that with like your closest friends, with like your partner, but like, you don't need to put that. I don't need to hear that.
We don't need to, exactly. So, but do be vocal at how much you love Clayton.
Fast food places, and do you want Clayton back?
And what other products should Caroline do next? Because she needs to do a lot more so that I can have them. And also follow Clayton on Instagram. He literally works with some of the coolest celebrities. Hello, Olivia Rodrigo, Maddie Ziegler, Dove Cameron. Am I allowed to do this, or is this embarrassing you?
No, I don't care.
He does, oh my God, Aubrey Plaza. Like, hello. He does everybody cool. Definitely go to his page and follow him on Instagram. And you guys go to eatfishwife.com and try this fucking smoked albacore. It's so good. Eat it out of the can like me. Don't put it on bread. You don't need it with bread. I mean, you guys like it with bread,
but
though.
You can, but I do like it. I like it with bread and butter. You don't think I'll like it like that?
Oh, it's so flavorful. Clay, the
On its
smoke.
own?
You should try it alone.
That, like,
I like
But
it.
I'm rich. I eat like a monarch. Like I
What about
want it to be
smashed
rich.
avocado
And I'm
instead of
not.
butter?
Why do you guys not want me to have butter?
No, it's just
Tuna
I'm
butter.
for some
Try
reason
it.
this
I don't know.
I'm feeling
I'm open.
attacked.
You're not welcome. Also, go to eatbehave.com. Use code Esther. Try these low sugar gummies that I'm addicted. I'm sorry, but these two new foods, Fishwife and Behave, are gonna make me so fucking hot, and you're gonna wish you would listen.
Sorry.
Sleepover by Esther.com. There's a new drop coming in a few days. I'm really excited about it. It is fast food related. Holy shit, we're on brand. Hashtag.
The
90s Taco
sleepover
Bell.
stuff. The sleepover stuff is incredible. Let's just say that.
I know. I wanted to talk about how I finally got my hands on some sleepover, and it's amazing. It's so soft. It's so high quality. I wore it for 2 days straight, and I never do that.
And I honestly would. I've given it to a few of my clients, which I would never ever do. Like I would never feel comfortable being like here. But they've actually. I've had clients be like, "Your friend Esther has clothes. Like, can you give them to me?" And everyone's going crazy. Like Olivia just wore it. She was like, let me take pictures in it. Like everybody wants Esther's clothes. You guys need to get them. It's such high quality. It's beautiful.
So soft.
Caroline, speaking of, will I be this week at some point getting a selfie, a picture of you in the bralette and the sweatpants? That's something
It's so
that's on.
hard.
Do you want me to come over and take a picture, do your hair? And
Yeah,
but by the way, I know we're wrapping up, but Caroline, can I please come do your glam one day?
Oh my God. I've been waiting to hear you say those words my whole life. Can we do it in Esther's backyard? Because she has the cute, like, backyard. I need to do the photos and the fucking
Why don't we do
sleepover.
glowing up photos?
The next, can I take your glowing up pictures and do the whole, like, shoot with you guys?
We need to do a whole shoot. I've been dying for you to do my hair. Like
my treat, my
dream
pleasure,
in a way.
like friend style. Like I want to like do full. We can get Mel to come do her makeup.
I was just about to say that Melissa Hernandez is an incredible makeup artist. She does Sydney Sweeney. Like,
Ooh.
what the fuck?
No, I want to geesh you up so bad.
I want to be geished, and I just want I want like a tasteful leopard pattern in my pubes.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, and whatever for my hair, I don't care.
No,
Guys,
we're doing full.
I
I want to
love
give
you.
you full huge hair. Okay, bye guys.
I'm so excited for this. Follow Clayton and tell us how much you love him, and he will
And
be
TikTok.
back.
Follow me on TikTok.
Follow him
Clayton
on TikTok.
Hawkins.
His hair videos are so good.
Shit, I'm doing that right now. We love you.
Bye
Love
guys.
everybody.
Bye.